story, because there's only two main characters. Well, there's a few main characters, right? There's four in total. We're going to be discovering the first two. So all you need to know with footprint charts is this. So I've seen videos online on YouTube, etc., where they really complicate what order flow is and what footprint charts are. But we discovered in the last video. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend checking it out. But we understand order flow is simply an auction between buyers and sellers. These are the main characters, right? Order flow is then in the real time, it is showing you who is aggressive between the buyers and sellers. So the left number is the bid. So what you want to understand with the bid is that these are the aggressive sellers. So the way you want to interpret the word aggressive is think about it this way. Think about that they are hitting the market in real time. So let's put some context to this. So let's say if this is a 5-minute candle. If this is a 5-minute candle, this number here is 405. So the way you want to interpret this, very simply, is there are 405 aggressive sellers. So there are 405 active, real-time, in the now sellers that are trying to drive price down. So I want you to almost visualize it as a tug of war, right? The story can be seen as a tug of war or an auction between buyers and sellers for this particular price and time. So let's say this is a 1-minute candle, just for argument's sake. S&P 500 futures, this is a 1-minute candle. Now, if you're looking at this, 405, that simply represents the aggressive seller. So it tells you at that price. So let's say this is ES at 6,700. Let's just say this is 6,700 of ES. Time of recording, I think we're pretty close to 6,700. 6,700 on ES, right? At this time, let's say 10 a.m. Eastern. So 10 a.m. Eastern, there were 105 sellers at this price. Now that is the left number. The left number is the aggressive sell orders. Now, the right number is the ask, and you probably guessed what the ask represents. They are the aggressive buyers or the aggressive buy orders. So all you want to understand with footprint charts, and again, I get this question a lot. All you want to understand with footprint charts is it's the total number of contracts, or it's the total number of sellers and buyers trading at that price for that particular stock at that time. These are the aggressive participants. They are hitting the bid and they're hitting the ask in real time. This is the now time frame. So hopefully you can appreciate by now, there's no other tool, indicator, strategy, concept, EMA signal or VWAP bounce, whatever, that gives you the level of indication, especially on those lower time frames, that order flow gives you. So again, I'm gonna reiterate what I said. So the market is a story, nothing else. These are the main characters. So the analogy I want you to use once again, before we go to the charts, is you want to think about this, right? The market is a story between buyers and sellers, and your success will simply come down to reading those buyers and sellers. So before we go to the